And go there. That's like literally the third to last door you go through. Go down this ladder. Alright, so this is basically the start of the final stretch of the game. And, I mean, with my weapons and all, there's an item box here, but I have enough ammo in my bazooka for really the rest of the enemies here. And in my shotgun, and in my Beretta, so I could use any of these weapons. But since the bazooka is the most powerful besides the Colt Python, which I don't have a lot of ammo for, I'm just gonna stick with the bazooka, and I'm just gonna stock up on these explosive rounds. And just use them from here on out. Expel the rest of the flame rounds, of course, first. As for these herbs, I'm going to store them real quick, because they're taking up space. I'll keep that one herb, though. And we do not need the hexagonal crank anymore, so we're getting rid of that. There we go, we're good. Alright, we got a random zombie. More green herbs. I'm gonna leave those though. And then I believe over here is, yep, right there is the final modisc. You need a total of 3, and that's where the last one is. Just so you know. Alright, we do not need to go in that room yet. We can't actually, it's locked. Now for basement level 3, and this is the core of the Umbrella Lab. And you got naked zombies. There's almost no point in defeating those zombies like I am right now, because they always respawn until like later in the game. But I mean, I just do anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna go in this room real quick. Alright, so this is where you need to go. You only need to go here if you plan on rescuing Chris. Because behind this door is where Chris is, and this is where the modiscs come into play. Each modisc has a code on it, and you have to use passcode machines that are located scattered throughout this lab, and then once you get the codes, you put them into this machine. We will do that in another playthrough, though. As for this door, it's locked right now, and since I'm not rescuing Chris, it's actually unnecessary to go in here, so I may not be going in there at all in this playthrough. I actually won't. But this room right here, this room's not necessary to enter, but it is key if you need to learn how to do something later. And it's kind of a creepy room because it's dark, so you flip this light switch. Alright, so I mean, I know this isn't a walkthrough, it's a let's play, but I'm actually going to show you how to do this right here. So there's a file right here. And look at it, it's a reference to Ada, who gets introduced in Resident Evil 2, my favorite female character. Alright, so pay attention to that password. You notice how it's written in a different language. So you read the file, so now you know the username is John and the password is Ada. But then it asks you for another code later, and it was written in that different language. But luckily, there's a way to decode it. So you flip this. So before I flip that switch, you come over to this picture over here, and it is written in that same dialect. So what you're supposed to do is you got that picture, and now you flip the switch. And now all of a sudden it's legible in English. So basically what you have to do is You need to go to the files, researcher's letter, that's it. And you have to memorize those symbols. So we gotta memorize an M, basically with an X in it, a diamond with 2 tails, you could say the number 1, and a regular M. So M with an X, a diamond with tails, number 1, and a regular M. So we memorize those symbols. Alright, so we know that this is just, those words are what those things are. So there's a tree, there's an apple, there's a man, and then there's a woman. Okay, so what were the symbols? An M with an X in it. Okay, obviously that is the letter M. Okay. Alright, and then we had a diamond with tails. That is the letter O, as I can see from the woman. Okay, and then we had the number 1. And the only one I see here is where the apple is. It's the other way. It's reversed. I guess that's the way it was. I can't remember now. But so that is an L. So far we got M-O-L. And finally, the last symbol was just a regular M. And as we could see from tree, it's definitely E. So the secret third password is mole. So there you go. Of course, I already knew that from playing this game multiple times. But yeah, the password does stay the same for every playthrough. Just so you know. So once you know the password, you'll know it forever, hopefully. So John, Ada, Mole. That's the sequence. Alright. So this is what I'm saying. All these zombies just respawned. This door is locked. So the only open door, those other doors were locked too, I just didn't show that. So these are the only other open doors, so this is the only place to go right now. And there's an item in here, it's not key, but I'll show it anyway. It's the slides, we'll take them. It's just good for the plot element. There's nothing back here, but in arrange mode I believe there is. Alright, so now we're going to use the computer. And unlock all the doors here. Umbrella. Alright, so login, John. Password, Ada. Alright, we'll unlock the second floor first. Alright, so this is where that secret password is required. So it's mole. But I'm going to show you real quick what happens when you enter the wrong password. Just how see Jill freak out. Okay. So actually, let's do B3 first, because that one doesn't require the code. Good. Alright. And now for the second floor, because the second floor is actually key. The third floor isn't. That's why it didn't require the code. Alright, mole. Verified. And we got the second floor unlocked. Okay. That's it. Let's quit. Alright. So, that one room that was on the 3rd floor that I said I might not go into, I'm not going into. There's nothing in there for me. But the 2nd floor, however, is required for the plot. Is required to complete the game, so we do have to go back up here. Oh, wrong way. It's this room. And this is where the slides come into play. Okay, I believe there's a file here. Alright, so basically, this file just shows you all the purposes of all the levels and some secrets. First of all, you saw Albert Wesker's name in there, and then you saw that the prison was on level 3, that's where Chris was, and then finally, basement level 4, which we can't get down to yet, that's where the Tyrant is being held. And the Tyrant is the final boss of this game, and a boss to be feared throughout most of the classic Resident Evil games. Put this down. Push the switch. Just a random thing. Alright, so this is the projector, and this is where you use the slides. Umbrella Incorporated bioweapon materials. So this basically shows you the enemies. Some of the enemies anyway. So this is the Cerberus. And a more detailed picture, it looks stupidly fake. We got the Neptune. You got the Hunter. And then you have the enemy we haven't seen yet. We got the Tyrant. So this gives you a brief description of what you'll be dealing with. And a blank slide. And then your Bioweapon Research Institute. And as you can see on the very right, there's Albert Wesker. Smack. Now we know the truth. Alright, so this is the final... Well, this is another required key, the lab key. A strange mark is carved here. So that's the power room key. It's that door I said that was locked earlier. Alright, so we're going back downstairs to unlock that door. I just won't die. But I got plenty of ammo, so I'm good. Whoa. Yeah. I knew that was coming, but yeah, first few times I played this game, that always made me jump, because it was loud. Alright, so let's go in there, just to prove to you that... Oh. See, it's locked from inside. Alright, let's go in this area. A random zombie. Whoa, okay. Alright, so this room right here, I'll just show you real quick, but I'm not going to do much. Alright, so you got some stuff in here. You got some shotgun shells, you got a red herb. I'm actually going to take that right now. And you got some boxes, and a staircase you can move. So the goal of this room would be to block these two crates and then press that button using the stair set to get up there because it opens up the vent. And once again, the room fills with poison. You could quickly press the button, get up there real quick, get into the next room and do what you need in there. What's in that next room after you get out of the vent? It's a passcode machine. It's a decoding machine that you use one of the modiscs on to get a passcode. There's also some Magnum rounds in there, which I could kind of use right now. So I'm actually going to go ahead and do this real quick. And gonna do it the fast way, because all I need is the magnum rounds. Hurry up. Shit. Probably shouldn't have done that. Get out, get out, get out! Alright. That was not worth it. But it's okay. Alright, so I got those magnum rounds. So let's go back in here. So that's where that room was. Alright, let's go in here, because this is a save room. We got some more goodies in here. We got some more flame runes. Not that I really need them at this point. We got some herbs. It's good because I just got into a critical condition. I'm gonna use one right now. Okay. And there's nothing else in here. Oh, there's an ink ribbon in here, but I don't need that. Alright, so those new magnum rounds, how many rounds do I have? I have a total of... I have 24 rounds of ammo with 6 shots in the magnum, so I have a total of 30. I have a total of 30 magnum shots. It's pretty good. I could start using the magnum for the rest of the game, but it's risky, so I'm not going to do that just yet. Get rid of these flame rounds because I don't really need them. Alright. Bazooka's good here. I'm just gonna get these herbs out because there's a little sequence. I'm gonna go through, and I could get seriously injured.